Hello Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 6. Live shows are like catching lightning in a bottle, Jeff Margolus often said, a belief he embodied every time he stepped into the director's chair. A master of the moment, Jeff transformed live television into unforgettable experiences. He wasn't just a director, he was the steady hand behind some of the most iconic televised events in American history, from the Oscars and Emmys to the Screen Actors Guild Awards and legendary concerts. Jeff passed away peacefully at the age of 84 after a brief illness. His passing leaves a silence in an industry he helped shape. Born in Los Angeles and introduced to show business through his uncle, game show host Monty Hall, Jeff's path began behind the scenes. He studied at UCLA's film school and launched a career that would span more than 5 decades. Starting with cue cards and comedy variety shows, he quickly rose to direct landmark programming. He directed more than 200 major specials, including the groundbreaking Richard Pryor Live in Concert, the Sammy Davis Jr. 60th Anniversary Celebration, and celebrated tributes to icons like Michael Jackson and Frank Sinatra. Each broadcast was crafted with heart, precision, and a deep love for the performers on stage. His awards reflect his excellence: multiple Emmys, 2 DGA awards, and credits that remain benchmarks in live entertainment. But beyond the trophies, it was his devotion to storytelling that truly set him apart. Colleagues knew him as a mentor and a force of calm during the high-wire act of live television. He believed in lifting others alongside him, encouraging new talent, and always giving credit where it was due. The Directors Guild of America remembered him simply: a visionary whose artistry and leadership set the bar for live event television. He brought joy into living rooms across the country, capturing not just performances, but moments in history. Jeff is survived by his wife, children, and grandchildren, all of whom were the heart behind his work. His influence lives on in every live show that dares to aim for greatness. He didn't just direct shows, Jeff Margolus created memories for millions. Tributes to Jeff Margolus. Number 6. There will never be another heartbeat like his behind the kit. That's how The Devil Wears Prada remembered Daniel Williams, a gifted drummer, creative spirit, and beloved friend. Daniel passed away unexpectedly at the age of 39 in a tragic plane crash near San Diego. He had just announced a new chapter in his life, accepting an opportunity at Apple after nearly a decade shaping innovative tech at GoPro. Born in Ohio, Daniel helped define a movement. As the founding drummer of The Devil Wears Prada, his rhythms powered their rise to the top of the hard rock scene. The band's Zombie EP and With Roots Above and Branches Below each hit #1 on the top hard rock chart, setting a standard in modern metalcore. His energetic yet precise style became a hallmark of their sound: raw, emotional, and unforgettable. From sold-out tours to chart-topping albums, Daniel's influence reached across stages and speakers around the world. But beyond his musical legacy, he was known for his kindness, his laughter, and his unwavering drive. Bandmates, fans, and fellow musicians saw more than a performer. They saw a leader, a motivator, and a loyal friend. After music, Daniel dove into the world of tech with the same passion he brought to drumming. As a senior software architect, he left an impact on the teams he led and the products he helped build. Always curious, always pushing for what's next, he was admired for his vision and work ethic. Colleagues spoke of his ability to bring people together and lift everyone around him. He wasn't just building code, he was building relationships. The plane crash that took his life also claimed several others in the music industry, including his longtime friend and colleague Dave Shapiro. In the wake of the tragedy, heartfelt tributes poured in. One message from The Devil Wears Prada simply read, "We owe you everything. Love you forever." Daniel is remembered by his family, friends, peers, and fans across the world. He left us too soon, but the rhythms he created, both in music and in life, will never fade. Tributes to Daniel Williams. Number 5. He was the best I've ever seen, the best I've ever played. These words from Johnny Archer say it all about Buddy Hall. Known to fans as the Rifleman, Buddy wasn't just a great player. He was a legend who helped shape the very soul of professional pool. Passing away at 79, just days before his 80th birthday, Buddy left behind a legacy that spans over 3 decades of competition, mentorship, and excellence. He died peacefully, surrounded by loved ones. Buddy's rise began humbly in a small Illinois pool room warmed by a wood stove. By 15, he was already honing skills that would later make him a household name in the world of Q sports. Watching Masters play in Johnston City fueled his passion, and by his 20s he was winning on stages all across America. Throughout his remarkable career, Buddy claimed over 100 tournament titles. Among them, 2 unforgettable wins at the U.S. Open 9-ball championship. The 1991 semifinal comeback from 1-7 down to win remains a fixture in pool history. Fans who were there knew they had seen brilliance in motion. He was voted Player of the Year multiple times and received Hall of Fame honors from both the Billiard Congress of America and the One Pocket Hall of Fame, a rare double recognition of skill and influence. More than stats and trophies, Buddy was deeply admired for his pure stroke and masterful cue ball control. Fellow players often described his fundamentals as flawless. Younger generations studied his matches not just to learn shots, but to understand the mindset of a champion. Even in retirement, Buddy stayed close to the game. Whether mentoring up-and-comers or working on the Tale of Texas pool, he never stopped sharing his love for billiards. Inside Pool Mag wrote, "Buddy Hall wasn't just a champion, he was a cornerstone of the game." That sentiment echoes across every pool hall today. He played with heart, taught with patience, and inspired with every match. His story, of talent, drive, and grace, reminds us what's possible when passion meets purpose. Tributes to Buddy Hall. Number 4. Coach Raymond believed in me before I believed in myself, once shared a former player. He didn't just coach football, he coached life. Tommy Raymond Sr. passed away at the age of 73. A towering figure in sports and education, he left behind a legacy built on belief, mentorship, and heart. Born in Newport News, Virginia, he first rose to prominence as a standout running back. From Fort Scott Junior College to the University of Missouri, his talent was undeniable. He led teams to national championship games and earned honors like the NJCAA Hall of Fame and World Football League Tri-MVP. But his greatest victories weren't measured in stats, they were seen in lives changed. Over 34 seasons, Coach Raymond shaped generations of young athletes in Hampton Roads. He guided future NFL quarterbacks Michael Vick and Aaron Brooks to national attention, but he also gave countless others purpose, structure, and a shot at brighter futures. On the sidelines, he demanded excellence. Off the field, he offered support, encouragement, and opportunity. For many, he was the reason they found their path. His influence reached far beyond football fields. As an educator and leader in his community, Raymond championed youth programs, steered kids away from trouble, and gave his time generously. Friends and former players remember him as a man of strength, discipline, and deep compassion. He inspired not just with his words, but through quiet moments of belief, honesty, and persistence. Tommy Raymond passed away peacefully after a brief illness. The outpouring of tributes reflects how deeply he touched the lives of others. He was a legend, a mentor to so many, and his legacy will live on in the lives he changed. Shared a Hampton Roads football figure. He is survived by his son Tommy Raymond Jr. and a large extended family of former players, colleagues, and students who proudly carry forward his mission. The legacy of Tommy Raymond lives on. Every time a young athlete believes in themselves, every time a coach leads with heart, and every time a community comes together through sports and faith, tributes to Tommy Raymond. Number 3. She turned everything into activism. Victoria Brownworth once said, and she truly did. A fierce voice for justice, Victoria challenged systems, uplifted unheard voices, and carved out space for truth where there had been silence. Known for her fearless reporting during the AIDS crisis and for spotlighting stories overlooked by mainstream media, she was a trailblazer in every sense. Victoria broke ground early. At just 17, she began writing for the Philadelphia Gay News. A year later, she published her first book of poetry. She went on to become the first person in the country to write a column about lesbianism in a daily newspaper and hosted the first lesbian radio program in the U.S. Over the decades, she became a vital voice in LGBTQ journalism, publishing in outlets like the New York Times, Village Voice, and The Advocate. Her powerful investigations revealed injustice, particularly affecting women, children, and people of color impacted by HIV/AIDS. As an author, she wrote or edited nearly 30 books. Her work earned multiple honors, including 2 Lambda Literary Awards. She told stories across genres, mystery, memoir, horror, always connecting deeply with her readers. Victoria never stopped giving back. She co-founded Tiny Satchel Press, publishing books for LGBTQ youth and kids of color. She mentored inner-city teens through a program she called KITH, helping the next generation believe in their voices. She passed away peacefully from cancer at the age of 65. Mark Siegel, publisher of Philadelphia Gay News, remembered her as fearless in her reporting and always looking for the next unique story. That spirit lives on in the millions she influenced. A Pulitzer Prize nominee, longtime editor, and unwavering advocate, Victoria changed the landscape of American journalism. Her voice helped shape the history of LGBTQ reporting, and her legacy continues through the stories she told and the lives she touched. Tributes to Victoria Brownworth. Number 2, peace is sweet and war is terrible. It's time that we all get along, that we all go along as human beings. Marta Conn lived those words every day of her incredible life, Her story was one of quiet strength, deep compassion, and unmatched bravery. She passed away peacefully at the age of 105, leaving behind a legacy that helped shape history and inspire hearts around the world. Born into an Orthodox Jewish family in France, Marta showed courage early on. As the Nazi occupation spread, she not only survived unimaginable personal loss, but helped her family escape. She refused to be a victim and became a true fighter. After completing her nursing studies, she joined the French Army's intelligence service. Fluent in German, she crossed enemy lines near the Swiss border posing as a nurse. Gathering life-saving intelligence, she risked everything to help turn the tide of World War II. For years, Marta never spoke of her service. Only at age 80 did she begin to share her story with the world. Her memoir, Behind Enemy Lines, became a beacon of hope and resilience for readers everywhere. She received countless honors, including the Croix de Guerre and the Médaille Militaire. France named her a Chevalier of the Légion d'honneur, recognizing a lifetime of service, bravery, and truth. Martha wasn't just a war hero, she became a teacher, an author, a speaker, and most of all, a voice for peace. Her smile lit up every room, and her message carried far beyond borders. Tributes have poured in, many from students, veterans, fellow survivors, and those moved by her wisdom. One admirer wrote, "Marta made history feel human. She reminded us that one person's courage can change everything. Her passing marks the end of an era, but her story will live on, in books, in schools, and in the hearts of those she inspired." Marta Conn is survived by her family and a community of admirers who saw her as far more than a spy. They saw in her the power of heart, hope, and healing. Tributes to Marta Conn. What's trending on the internet? News 1. Kris Jenner has been turning heads in Paris with what appears to be a remarkable facial transformation at age 69. The Kardashian-Jenner family matriarch was recently spotted in the City of Light supporting her daughter Kim Kardashian, who was testifying against those who robbed her in Paris back in 2016. While in Paris, observers couldn't help but notice Kris's incredibly youthful appearance, with a sculpted jawline, lifted cheeks, and virtually wrinkle-free skin. Some fans have even mistaken her for her famous daughters in recent photos. It seems the secret to her refreshed look has been revealed. According to multiple sources, renowned plastic surgeon Dr. Stephen Levine is the expert behind Kris's transformation. The in-demand doctor has apparently worked wonders, giving the momager what medical experts describe as a deep plain face and neck lift. Kris has never shied away from being open about cosmetic procedures. Back in 2011, she documented getting a neck lift before Kim's wedding to Kris Humphries. This transparency has always been refreshing in an industry where many celebrities keep such details private. What makes her latest transformation so remarkable is how natural it appears despite the dramatic change. Medical professionals have noted that achieving this kind of result in someone in their late 60s likely involves comprehensive facial rejuvenation techniques beyond just standard procedures. The Kardashian-Jenner family continues to influence beauty standards worldwide, with Kris proving that age is just a number when it comes to feeling confident and looking your best. Whether you're a fan of cosmetic enhancements or not, there's something inspiring about her confidence and willingness to embrace change on her own terms. News 2. In a heartbreaking announcement from the TodaY Show family, Chanel Jones's husband Uchi Jones has passed away at the age of 45 after battling glioblastoma, an aggressive form of brain cancer. The news was shared during a poignant moment on the May 23rd broadcast, as Chanel's colleagues gathered to honor the man they described as her perfect partner in life. Uchi and Chanel had been married for 18 years after first meeting as students at Northwestern University in Chicago. Together they built a beautiful family with their 3 children. 15-year-old son Kayin, and 12-year-old twins Clara and Uche. Chanel, who has been absent from the TodaY show since mid-December to deal with this family health matter, briefly acknowledged the outpouring of support through a heartfelt Instagram post, thanking everyone for their love. Friends and colleagues remember Uchi as an incredibly devoted father who never missed his children's games or recitals. Craig Melvin, who was close to OJ, shared touching words about his friend's dedication to his family, noting how Uchi loved his children more than anything in this world. The TodaY Show family, including former co-hosts Hoda Kotb and Tamron Hall, have rallied around Chanel during this difficult time, offering messages of love and support. As the community continues to honor Uchi's memory, his legacy as a loving husband, dedicated father, and man of remarkable character will undoubtedly live on through the lives he touched and the family he cherished so deeply. News 3. The film world has lost a true visual maestro. Oscar-winning cinematographer Billy Williams passed away on May 21, 2025 at the age of 95. The London-born artist crafted some of cinema's most memorable images during his illustrious career spanning several decades. Williams began his journey in film at just 14 years old, following in his father's footsteps, before serving as a photographer in the Royal Air Force. His breakthrough came with Ken Russell's Women in Love in 1969, earning him his first Academy Award nomination. After another nomination for On Golden Pond, Williams finally claimed Oscar Gold for his magnificent work on Richard Attenborough's Gandhi in 1982. Beyond his technical brilliance, Williams was known for his collaborative spirit and artistic vision. Honored with an OBE in 2009 for his contributions to film, his legacy lives on through the countless filmmakers he mentored and the timeless images he created that continue to inspire cinema lovers worldwide. News 4. Legendary musician Billy Joel has canceled all his upcoming concerts after being diagnosed with normal pressure hydrocephalus, NPH, a brain disorder that affects physical and cognitive function. The 76-year-old Piano Man singer made the announcement on Friday, explaining that his condition has worsened due to recent performances. This condition has been exacerbated by recent concert performances, leading to problems with hearing, vision, and balance, Joel's statement revealed. Following his doctor's advice, the music icon is now undergoing specialized physical therapy and has been instructed to take a break from performing during his recovery period. NPH occurs when cerebrospinal fluid accumulates in the brain's ventricles without increasing pressure. The condition can cause difficulty walking, cognitive decline, and eventually bladder control issues. Patients typically walk with a wide stance, leaning forward as if trying to maintain balance. Thankfully, NPH is one of the few causes of cognitive decline that can potentially be treated or reversed, usually through surgical placement of a shunt to drain the excess fluid. Throughout his illustrious career spanning over 5 decades, Billy Joel has sold more than 150 million records worldwide. With 33 top 40 hits and 23 Grammy nominations since 1972, Joel's music has touched millions of lives. His contribution to American music has been recognized with numerous prestigious awards, including induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the Songwriters Hall of Fame. Fans around the world are sending their well wishes to the beloved musician, hoping for his swift recovery and eventual return to the stage. Joel's legacy of creating songs that serve as personal and cultural touchstones ensures that his music will continue to resonate with audiences for generations to come, even as he takes this necessary time to focus on his health. Number 1. He revealed humanity's trials and hope to the world, always with empathy, never with pity. These words, shared by a colleague after his passing, perfectly capture the soul of Sebastio Salgado. He passed away at 81, following a brief illness, leaving behind a legacy of truth, beauty, and compassion. Sebastio's lens uncovered stories many chose not to see. He didn't just photograph people, he honored them. From gold miners in Serra Pelada to famine-stricken families in Africa, his work gave dignity to those too often forgotten. What set him apart was not just the scale of his work, over 120 countries, but his courage to stay, witness, and feel. He documented labor, deforestation, migration, and resilience with the steady patience of someone who truly cared. His black and white images were timeless, stark, emotional, and profound. Beginning his career in economics, Sebastio later found his true voice in photography. His camera became a tool for social awakening. He worked with the world's top photo agencies, Sigma, Gamma, and Magnum, and later formed his own collective with his wife, Lelia. Together, they championed environmental restoration with Instituto Terra, turning degraded Brazilian land into vibrant forest again. His projects, Other Americas, Workers, Migrations, Genesis, weren't just photo series. They were studies of humanity. Awards followed: the Hasselblad Prize, ICP Infinity Awards, and honors from UNICEF and the Royal Photographic Society. Yet he remained humble, more interested in forests than fame. He inspired a generation. His son, Giuliano, carried on that legacy, co-directing The Salt of the Earth, a powerful documentary reflecting Sebastio's life's mission. He was a man of quiet passion, profound empathy, and unwavering vision, a true voice for the voiceless. As news of his passing spread, tributes came from across the world, from fellow photographers to environmental leaders, all recognizing the way he changed how we see the world. His wife, Lelia, stood by him in life and work. His family, his images, and the forests he helped grow now carry his memory forward. Sebastio Salgado didn't just take photographs. He told truths, and he showed us, time and time again, that even in suffering, there is beauty, strength, and hope. Tributes to Sebastio Salgado. Sometimes life rewrites the ending, and you still find love. Ben Rathbun said those words during one of his last appearances on television,